Shanna here. Welcome to my channel, all about finding joy while learning to live well with autoimmunity. I am so glad to have you here. So today I have a special treat for you. I am talking all things AIP Elimination Phase. So the video that I'm going to be sharing with you, AIP Elimination Phase, is actually a video from my AIP 123 online course. It's an online course that with over 35 AIP lessons and videos about AIP nutrition, lifestyle, troubleshooting, and mindset. In this AIP Elimination Phase video, I talk about what's the point of the AIP Elimination Phase, what foods to include, what foods to exclude, and more. I hope you enjoy.
The Autoimmune Protocol Elimination Phase. So the goal is to help you understand the ins and outs of the Autoimmune Protocol Elimination Phase. What are the benefits of the Autoimmune Protocol? The Autoimmune Protocol is designed to minimize autoimmune symptoms and maximize immune function. As far as the science behind why the Autoimmune Protocol works, I recommend the Paleo Approach by Dr. Sarah Ballantyne. Medical disclaimer. The information I am providing is intended for educational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure a disease or health issues. I am not a doctor and the information provided should not be considered medical advice. Please speak with a medical physician to be diagnosed with a health issue, and before making any nutrition or lifestyle changes, please work closely with your medical team. Bioindividuality. The information provided is to be used as a general guideline. Please remember, everyone is different. What works best for one person will look differently than what works best for another person. Learn to listen to your body and find what works best for you. About AIP Elimination Phase. In the elimination phase of the autoimmune protocol, foods that trigger an immune response are temporarily eliminated to give the immune system a chance to rest. Many autoimmune disease sufferers find relief from their autoimmune symptoms during the elimination phase. While many people experience a gradual improvement in their symptoms, some find quicker relief. The amount of time spent in the elimination phase varies and depends on the individual. Typically, the elimination phase lasts a minimum of 30 to 90 days. Although some stay on the elimination phase much longer, it is not designed to be lifelong. AIP addresses 4 key areas: nutrient density, gut health, hormone regulation, and immune system regulation. Nutrient density. Every system in the body, including the immune system, requires a variety of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, essential fatty acids, and amino acids to properly function. Micronutrient deficiencies as well as imbalances contribute to autoimmune disease. Nutrients are necessary for healing and repair. Gut health. There is a strong correlation between gut health and immune function. Gut dysbiosis and leaky gut contribute to the development of autoimmune disease. AIP includes foods that help restore gut health while excluding foods that damage or irritate the lining of the gut. Hormone regulation. A variety of hormones that interact with the immune system are impacted by the foods we eat, how much we eat, as well as when we eat. As a result, the immune system can be impacted by dysregulated hormones. AIP is designed to help with hormone regulation. Immune system regulation. What helps immune regulation? Improving gut health, consuming a variety of micronutrients that the immune system requires to properly function, and healthy hormone regulation. Both AIP diet and lifestyle are designed to improve immune system regulation and in turn help reduce autoimmune symptoms. Foods to include. One of the goals of the autoimmune protocol is to flood the body with nutrients, so the foods to include are just as important as the foods to exclude. Many people who start AIP are so focused on what to exclude that where they go wrong is they're not focusing on foods to include. Quality meats. Grass-fed, pasture-raised, wild as much as possible. Poultry in moderation due to high omega-6 content unless you're eating a ton of fish. More on this in the AIP troubleshooting module. Fish and shellfish. Wild is best, but farmed is okay. Aim for at least 3 times per week. The more the better. Organ meat and offal. Aim for 5 times per week. The more the better. If you cannot stomach organ meat, I recommend beef liver capsules. I take Vital Proteins beef liver capsules, 2 capsules 2 times per day. Healthy fats. Pasture-raised grass-fed animal fats, either rendered or as part of your meat. Fatty fish, olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, palm oil, but not palm kernel. Vegetables of all kinds except nightshades, at least 8 or more servings daily, and as much variety as possible. You can make it a game and see how many colors you can eat. Leafy greens, lettuce, spinach, kale, collards, celery leaves, chard, and more. Cruciferous, broccoli, cabbage, kale, turnips, arugula, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, watercress, mustard greens, etc. Roots, tubers, and winter squash. Sweet potato, cassava, parsnip, beets, fennel, carrots, rutabaga, turnip, acorn squash, spaghetti squash, etc. Just a note on cassava, I know a number of people on AIP who are sensitive to cassava. Onion family, yellow onions, red onions, sweet onions, green onions, leek, garlic, etc. Sea vegetables, but note, be sure to exclude algae like chlorella and spirulina. Both are immune stimulators. I've seen both of these in a number of supplements, so if you are taking any supplements, be sure to check your supplements for both of those. Mushrooms, as well as other edible fungi. Mushrooms are a gut microbiome superfood. Herbs and spices, except seed-based spices. Fermented vegetables or fruit like sauerkraut, kombucha, water kefir, coconut milk yogurt, etc. Please note, if you buy coconut milk yogurt at the store or any of these products at the store, be sure to check ingredients. Sometimes if you buy store-bought sauerkraut, kombucha, or coconut milk yogurt, there are added ingredients that are not AIP. Glycine-rich foods, anything with connective tissue, joints or skin, organ meat, and bone broth. Bone broth is so easy and inexpensive to make. Gut microbiome superfoods, high fiber and phytonutrient fruits and vegetables, cruciferous vegetables, mushrooms, roots, tubers, leafy greens, berries, apple family, citrus, extra virgin olive oil, fish, shellfish, honey, fermented foods, bone broth, and more. Fruit. Please note to try to keep fruit intake between 10 grams and 40 grams daily. Note that 20 grams is probably optimal. Listen to your body. Chronometer is a great free app for tracking nutrition. More on this in the troubleshooting week. Source the best quality ingredients you can. Use the Dirty Dozen and Clean 15 list as needed, which you can find in the download section of this lesson. The more variety of fruits and nutrients, the better. Foods to exclude. See the detailed list of foods to exclude in the download section of this lesson. Grains, legumes, dairy, eggs, nuts including nut butters, flours, and oils, seeds including seed oil, cocoa, coffee, and seed-based spices. Nightshades, potatoes except sweet potatoes are okay, tomatoes, eggplants, sweet and hot peppers, cayenne red pepper, goji berries, and more, including spices derived from peppers, including paprika. Alcohol, NSAIDs like aspirin or ibuprofen, refined and processed sugars, non-nutritive sweeteners, even stevia and monk fruit, refined and processed oils, emulsifiers, thickeners, and other food additives, potential gluten cross-reactive foods. Many have already been mentioned on these foods to exclude slides. See link in accompanying lesson for full list of potential gluten cross-reactive foods. Beware of hidden ingredients. So the easiest way to avoid hidden ingredients is to stick to real, whole, unprocessed foods. Foods to eat in moderation. Fructose. So again, from fruits and starchy vegetables, aiming for between 10 grams and 40 grams daily. Note that 20 grams is probably optimal. You can use a kitchen scale and the free Chronometer app to help you track fructose as well as other nutrients. Salt. Be mindful to use only unrefined salt. Some examples include Himalayan pink salt or Celtic gray salt. High glycemic load fruits and vegetables, for example, dried fruit, plankton, and taro root. Pay attention to how you feel, and please note the AIP is not designed to be low carb. Omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acid rich foods, for example, poultry and fatty cuts of industrially produced meat. Black and green tea. Note, up to 3 to 4 cups per day is okay for most people. Coconut, as well as coconut products like coconut flour, coconut milk, etc. Note, many coconut milks have additives that are not AIP, like guar gum. So look for a coconut milk with no added gums or ingredients. Natural sugars. Note, honey and blackstrap molasses are the best choice. Pay attention to how you feel when consuming natural sugars. I know a number of people who do not do well in the AIP elimination phase, even with AIP approved natural sugars. Saturated fat. Note, a general AIP elimination phase rule of thumb is to aim for 10 to 15% of total calories. However, remember bioindividuality and find what macronutrient ratios feel best for you. Does the 80-20 rule work for the AIP elimination phase? So the 80-20 rule is basically saying that if you eat healthy or according to a certain diet 80% of the time, then you can just eat whatever you want the other 20% of the time. AIP elimination phase is not an 80-20 rule kind of eating plan. It is a temporary healing protocol elimination diet to strictly follow 100% of the time for a minimum of 30 days. The goal is to remove foods that are known to trigger the immune system. With that said, you do not have to go all in at once on the AIP elimination phase if that feels overwhelming for you. There are different ways to approach and start AIP, which we will go over in the next lesson. Just keep in mind that that minimum of 30 days does not start until you've eliminated all of the foods. You can think of the time you spend in AIP elimination phase as an investment in your health and wellness journey.
All right, you guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. I'm happy to answer them. If you'd like a free downloadable AIP list of foods to include and exclude, I will put a link down below where you can click and download that. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Please comment. Please let me know. I'd love to hear about your AIP journey, your autoimmune journey. AIP has been such a game changer in my life as I learned to live well with Hashimoto. So I'll put a link down below if you'd like to read more about my Hashimoto story, how the AIP has been so instrumental in my life. While you're down there, please hit subscribe. It really helps to support me and my channel, and I publish new videos every week, so if you don't want to miss any, please hit subscribe. I hope you have an amazing week.